Hello everybody, this is Burgback coming to you with another Starcraft 2 commentary. Today's matchup we will have Liquid Huk spawning as the blue Protoss in the upper portion of the map, the north side of the map, and his opponent will be TSL Curious spawning as the red Zerg in the bottom portion of the map. This is Metalopolis, 1v1 map on the ladder pool, and this is, I believe, just a BNet game between the two. Huk needs really no introduction to any of the viewers out there. He is a great pro Starcraft 2 Protoss player. He has had a couple of interesting plays there. Of course, he won MLG this past year, I believe. So really great there by Huk, and really great showing. He is Canadian, so if I have any Canadian viewers out there, and and nice friendly chat here between Curious and Huk. Really nice to see that, talking back and forth. And Curious, I don't know a whole lot about Curious, except he's on with TSL. So I do not know a whole lot about him, so I do apologize. I'll probably get a lot of rage here from people that are watching, saying, oh, Burgback, you should know him. I'm sorry, guys, I don't know him. Going for that extractor, going for that early gas. We'll probably see some Zergling speed come out of this, I would imagine, early on. Of course, we don't have that that spawning pool yet coming down from Curious, but we also are getting Huk now in here, starting to see what's going on inside Curious's base. That spawning pool now coming down, and the extractor down, so we'll probably see some gas. Yeah, we got three drones already coming down here for the gas, and up inside Huk's base we see the gateway up at the top of the ramp. We aren't going down at the bottom of the ramp to kind of close in a little bit of a defense here for that expansion if Huk would decide to do so. He is also going for the gas here early on, of course. And that extractor, the assimilator, I'm sorry, is almost done, so he'll be ready to get some gas and start teching up a little bit. Not a whole lot, of course, but he is getting that gas a little, early on there just to be able to do that. Now, it looks like, is Huk going for long-distance mining, it looks like, with this one probe. Oh, here we go. Going for that cybernetics core. Was just waiting for the money to come in, so we have that. So cybernetics core, so we're going to have this little bit of a choke here at his ramp. Just to do that, of course, we have that Zealot coming out, so we'll probably put it right here and put that on hold and just be able to stop anything from coming in. And, of course, this is Metalopolis, so Zerg semi has an advantage here, being able to spread out all along this half-moon crescent. Being able to spread the creep all along has a very huge speed advantage if he does choose to do so. And Curious, starting to come out. I don't think he has even... No, he does not even know where Huk is yet, but he is kind of coming around just to get a little view of that base. And yeah, here we go, putting that Zealot in there, and Huk just coming back after his scouting. A little later of an expand here. Well, we are in the 4-minute mark, so going for that expand down below. Outside that ramp, of course, nothing here to defend right now, but does he really need that at this moment? Not really. We do have some Zerglings up here. Was going to try and come up here and do some kind of damage, and saw that wall off, decided to back off and say, you know what, we're going to live to fight another day. 2 more gateways now coming down for Huk, and we do have a sentry out as well. Going for that warp gate technology, now bringing down that pylon, going to bring everything down the ramp just so he can start spawning ads all around here. Look at the income tab. We are pretty even, except no gas coming out right now for Curious, which is kind of curious. But of course, he doesn't look like he's going for anything tech-wise. He's looking for the long haul, but now going for some more gas, bringing those 3 guys back on. Again, warp date technology being made, almost done, almost ready to do something. We are around the 5-minute mark now, going for that expand. He knows he can defend it if he needs to. And yeah, in come those Zerglings, just kind of scouting out, just getting ready to do something, and seeing that expand now. I think he saw it. Yeah, he did. He did see that expand. So Curious did see that expand, and bringing in a couple more sentries, going to be able to bubble out if needing to. But really nice range here, putting that Zealot right in the front, and being able to block off anything that happens. Of course, these sentries having really nice range, and being able to stop those guys from coming in. So we are at 3 gates right now, getting ready to put a 4th. Yeah, there's the 4th one down. And looks like Curious going for a Roach Warren, knowing, you know what, we need to have a little bit more armored here going against these Protoss guys. Bringing that creep tumor down, extending the creep, and connecting the 2 bases together. Really great play, and we'll probably see that come from Curious this whole time. as it looks like Huk's starting to push out just a little bit, but deciding to pull back as he does see these Zerglings coming in and putting a hallucination out. This is going to be great for Huk as we follow that around. He's just going to go in and see what he can. And these hallucinations do a great job. They can, Phoenix is being able to come in and scout right away and pretending to shoot. That's a really great move there. And look at this, Huk just being able to get all the knowledge he needs. These hallucinations do not get used enough, but we see Huk using them really well here. As Zerglings again coming up, trying to get into Huk's base, trying to get some knowledge, but Huk denying Curious right here. And again, just all zealots and sentries right now as we look at this. When we look at the units lost, it looks like Huk a little bit ahead here, losing only half of what Curious has lost so far. And so we have some roaches coming in here. We look at the army tab. Curious is a little bit ahead, and Max is a little bit ahead, but he also has a couple more harvesters than Huk right now, and you can see that right now with the amount of harvesters here and with the gas or with the minerals there. Looks like these Zerglings starting to get ready. Oh, I got that little men statue there as well. I hope he joins the fight. And these Zerglings just kind of coming up, testing the waters, just seeing what Huk has in his base. Now he's starting to bring in Stalkers to get ready to do some more attacking. Of course, all he has here is range. Going to be easily taking out those Zerglings. Zerglings having to run around and going for the Burrow and the Carapace, which is interesting that he's going for that. Going for that speed on the Carapace, which is really interesting. It looks like he's probably trying to get in here just to see what's going on, and it looks like Huk getting ready to move out and wanting to do some kind of expansion here. Of course, bringing up that pylon. 4 Zerglings getting in, gonna do anything. Looks like probably not. First bringing in, maybe lose 1 or 2 probes at max. Looks like only 1, and just getting out of there, doing a little bit of aggression, but not being able to do a whole lot. And it looks like an Overlord coming up into the side, just gonna try and get some kind of vision of what's in Huk's base. Of course, he has not been able to spot anything at all that's been going on. And again, there's not much to look at in here right now, and it's kind of surprising right now that we don't see Huk bring down any kind of forge. He is going with those Phoenixes again. A nice shield there, being able to force field that in and block those Zerglings from getting into this expansion and try and do any kind of damage to it. But Zerglings just kind of walking around, not doing a whole lot, just doing a little bit of aggravation, but not getting a whole lot of vision. And it does look like Huk getting ready with some Immortals. He does see a lot of roaches coming into play here, as you can see right here. So he's bringing those Immortals in to back this up, being able to take the shots from those roaches. Of course, they do that force field, being able to take heavy damage is essential in this, and nice wall off here by Huk. Huk being able to bring in there's that forge, bringing in the forge with 2 more gateways, and oh, poor men's statue. I guess that one's not going to be getting into this battle. We do see the ground units starting to get upgraded, these Zerglings, their melee attacks. We also see some mutas coming in from Curious. So we're going to start seeing a little bit of a transition to air, which will be really good. We could probably see an attack come in here, and he's totally without anything in here, and the Overlord is coming in, getting the view, seeing that there's not a whole lot here, sees the robotic facility, and sees a heck of a lot of Stalkers coming in here. We look at the army tab, we can see that Curious is a little bit ahead, about 20 foot ahead right now, and some of that is, oh, you know what? He's just 2 ahead right now on the harvesting, and Stalkers coming in now, doing a little bit of attack, seeing these mutas come in, and sentries coming in to try and help, and putting up those guardian shields just to make sure those Hydras do not do any kind of damage. And over here on this side, we have the roaches coming in, a really great block off here. I think we lost a cannon right here, but sentries cleaning up on top of this, being able to take those out, and Huk just bringing in an observer just in case these guys want to burrow, and great use of the force fields right here, blocking their exit, and all these sentries just mopping the floor with these roaches. Roaches forced to the left back, and over here it looks like the Hydra's trying to get in. Did they do any kind of damage? It doesn't look like a whole lot of anything got done here. Looks like maybe taking out some of these probes while Huk was unawares of that. And again, we're expanding. We are blocking off. I think we put a little too many spine crawlers here. Probably could have used that money elsewhere, but he is putting that hatchery down. He was attacking. He said, you know what? I am attacking. Let's expand. And we look at the development, and looks like finally we are starting to look at upgrading. Of course, he has been upgrading a while now. Hydra's again coming, or Muta's, I am sorry. Muta's coming up again and getting ready to do an attack. And you know what? If I said Hydras before, I am so sorry, guys. And Banelings, upgrading the Banelings, centrifugal hooks. Looks like upgrading a lot here, and just bringing in the Mutas. Going to try and do an attack and try and catch Huk off guard, bringing Zerglings and Roaches into the base, and yeah, killing all those Hydras, or Mutas again. Oh my gosh, see, now that I have that in my head. But great force field placement here. Being able to bring them in and just split up the army and just completely surround, but not completely, but getting them out just a little bit. And look at that. We look at the army size here. Huk is under Curious, but bringing in the Mutas again and trying to bring in some kind of pain. Huk easily push that back with all these stalkers. Oh my goodness. We look at the amount of units here. We have 7 stalkers with 8 sentries, 10 mutas, and a bunch of zerglings, which we're probably going to start seeing them get morphed into banelings soon enough. We see those extended thermal lance getting ready, and we're going to see some, yeah, there they are, colossi coming out from these 2 rowboat facilities. Should be interesting to see how they come into play against the Zerg ground army that it looks like Curious is very much committed to. Again, these Mutas coming in, wanting to do an attack, but of course Huk having a bunch of stalkers here, being ready to counter this attack if needed. Down here, look at all these banelings. It looks like we're going to go for a baneling drop. Always love to see that. I want to see if this happens, if he will be able to get around to this. The blink coming in for the stalkers now. We'll see how that plays into this with the banelings, of course. Should be interesting to see. We look at the army tab, 192 to 174. Huk just a little bit behind the 8-ball here from a max army now of Curious. I'm curious, of course, to see how this goes, and it looks like he does see this army coming. Yeah, he did have some Zerglings there, so he does see that army coming in, and Huk just bringing in an observer just to see what is possible, and he does see this army. I'm betting he was looking at it and going, all right, we can counter this, guys. And again, a lot of spine crawlers on the ground here. Looks like he's just overcompensating here and just thinking, you know, we got to go over the offense. But of course, he does have the minerals to build them, so you might as well use them. Doesn't want to have too many minerals there, or else he'll feel a little bad about that. And again, Muta's coming in here, going after cannons. Huk trying to secure this expansion, and it looks like he will be able to secure this. Going to be bringing down that Nexus. And Muta's again forced to retreat. Max army, of course, and Curious not able to do anything except just sit and wait and figure out what he's going to do with his army. Muta's again just moving around, and these overlords just moving around as well, just trying to get a general consensus of what's going on. It looks like Curious going to have control of the whole half of map. Huk just a little bit behind as we look at the income. The income, wow, in Huk's favor, definitely, with the same amount of harvesters. That is amazing. As again now Huk at max, so we're at max from both sides. This should be interesting to see how it goes. We are going to be getting ready to go for a big battle here, and I'm just sitting back and waiting for this. As we look at development here, we're getting the graviton boosters for the probes, and we're now doing shield technology here for Huk. So we're going to be going for a max army here as level 2 and 3 carapace. So Huk does have the advantage right now on the attack and defense. And income, we look at the army tab. Oh, we are now a little bit ahead for Huk, and he's putting up the hallucinations of the Colossi, just being able to split them up, putting those force fields down. Really good use of the force field. As we look at, we see that pretty much even right now on both sides. Again, hallucinations here for these Colossi, really throwing them off, attacking them, and blinking. Really great use there of the blink as we see that Huk is ahead of the army, but Curious definitely coming back really fast and going to be matching this army really, really fast. And these Banelings not used yet, trying to chase these Overlords back. I think Huk knows what's happening here. He knows there's Banelings in that mix. He sees the Banelings there. The Observer coming in, just trying to see what's going on. We got some Corruptors here as well to try and counter these Colossi. And again, now bringing them in. We are max army, max army. We're going to see how it goes. We see Huk a little bit ahead, but these Banelings are going to start dropping. Oh, we see the torture. Oh, look at this army just dropping for a Huk. Huk down to 135. We were at max army, but it looks like we took out all of those Overlords as well, being able to stop Curious from building it all. This could be a pivotal point right now for Huk as he is trying to back up and get out of there. 150 to 130 army right now, flanking out of there, bringing in more support, and just trying to take out what he can. Oh, this is just amazing, and Huk just running away, and we'll see how fast. We'll see. Let's see. He's building 7 Overlords right now, trying to get back in there, and wow, that was just amazing to see. All those Banelings just dropping and taking Huk's army down so fast, just being able to drop them down like that. But that was a really good play, being able to do that, and we'll see as we see Curious rebuilding very, very fast. Putting in the Broodlords now. Oh, this should be interesting to see how the Broodlords go into play against these Stalkers and now Zealots. So we have a lot of Zealots coming down here, bringing down the armor, and we'll see how those relate. I mean, he's not really. Let's see. Does he have any kind of view down there? No, he does not view any of that. And we look at the income, pretty much even now with a little bit more Harvesters on Huk's side. But it looks like going heavy gas here as well. And looks like Curious is getting ready to attack, bringing up those Corruptors, but pulling them back, putting that leash on him and saying, come on, boys. As we do have some vision up here, Curious does see that Huk is going for that expand. So Huk now catching up on expansions. Of course, these goals not being taken at all, and Huk seeing what's coming up here. We do see a Dark Templar Shrine and some Templars getting ready to come out, but it looks like Broodlord's coming in, trying to get up here. Yeah, Huk just coming in and starting to take care of business with these Broodlords as these Banelings coming up and trying to do some damage. Huk down to 134 and spawning in some more Stalkers, trying to do some damage, and those Broodlords are going to be gone, being able to clean up and get rid of some of these Overlords. Again, still being able to max his army if possible, but oh my goodness. Curious being able, just so fast, being able to regenerate his army. It is just amazing how fast he can do that. And now killing off some Overlords. We do see, no, we do not see any development of Overlords right now, but we do see a small army of Roaches coming in, and we do have some Dark Templars here. Not doing a whole lot right now, of course, because, well, he doesn't really have a whole lot to do, but bringing these Roaches down, not going to be able to do all of it. These Templar are coming out just at the perfect time, bringing out the storms on these Roaches, but of course the Roach is not going to hit too hard from that. He was, of course, trying to take down these Overlords before these Roaches got out, bringing in some Stalkers for an added defense, and it looks like Huk's starting to come back to life here. And it looks like, are we going to burrow? Yeah, burrow. Coming down, of course, no Observers out here. Looks like, yeah, starting to bring the Observers out now just to get ready, and bringing up the Immortals to back it up. And these Roaches just sitting pretty here, regenerated all their health, and just kind of waiting here as Huk is chrono boosting out some Observers just to take out these Roaches. And all the while while this is happening, Curious is rebuilding his army on his side. He kind of bought some time here, bringing out the Banelings. Looks like he's going to try and take out this expand. We do have a couple photon cannons coming out here. Okay, maybe more than a few. All right, but bringing in bringing in the Overlords. With one cannon right now to defend, he's going to try and drop. We have some Zealots coming in here. Banelings coming down. Pow, pow, pow. Getting them out of there. Taking out some High Templars, and High Templars trying to do some damage. Yeah, look at that. Really nice damage there to that one Overlord that already dropped all the units. And those Banelings just going out, not being able to do anything, just dropping out one at a time. And now the photon cannons are in place. It's a little too late there, but wow, look at all these Broodlords. We're now at 170 max, and this is the first time, I believe, that Huk is now in the lead for army count, and just finishing off with the ground level 3. And we are not at the ground attack number 3 yet, which is kind of interesting. He's going for the defense first. No air upgrades, of course, but the ground is very much alive, except for the needles going for that one. So Broodlord's coming in, going to start taking out these photon cannons. As we look at the army counting station here, we are at 169. Oh, the storm's coming down, and we just look at the HP just drops so fast. Starcraft's coming in, just taking out what he can, and flicking in. We're going to go for those Broodlords. Those Broodlords can be devastating, and it looks like we are going to be taking them out. And look at this, we're almost at 100 supply count here for Curious. Curious not doing good at all right now. The tides have turned. Amazingly enough, the tides have turned in Huk's favor. As Curious is bringing out some units just to get killed off. Not very good there. And it looks like, yeah, Curious going for that gold expansion. He needs some income. Not badly. I mean, look at, he's actually using up all of his money, which is great. And Huk just now finally dominating here. You see that 187 to 146, taking out those drones. And it looks like he's going to be going after this hatch. And going to be forcing these guys coming up here. Baneling's just coming in and blinking out of that. Really great use of the blink. And the High Templar coming up, going to do some damage. No, not going to be doing anything here. Taking out that hatch and forcing down onto all these units that are left. And down come the Storm. Storm's just finishing off. And wow. Amazing how the tides have turned here. Yeah, the GG from Curious. Wow. Just wow. Really well played game by both sides. A lot of different dynamics here. You know, the drops everywhere. And Huk just being able to handle it and just biding his time and being able to push up. I mean, look at this. Change. You know, Curious was ahead the whole game until we got to this late game stage, and he just floored it. He was, you know, Huk just floored Curious there. So really well played by Huk, and of course by Curious as well, even though we lost. So thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe. Please make sure to leave any kind of comments below, and like this video if you did like it. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.